Welcome to tutorial video for VJU Studio. This tutorial will show you how to create a user, download and install Vue, start Vue launch and go to server, create a new project and start the project, add remote I/O card, show remote I/O signals on display. Go to Get VJU Studio and sign up now. Fill in email and get a verification code. Verify code, fill out the form and create a user. You should have access to a released version once a user is created. Okay, we'll start this tutorial now by opening VJU Studio. I'll just start the trial version for this tutorial. Here we now get the VJU Studio launcher. Here we can see recent projects we've been working on, and we can start new projects if we would like. This is the current project, the current selected project. As we have no projects on this computer already, it just suggests a new project. So we can press edit here, change the name to my new project. We'll press apply on this and then press create. This will start 2 instances running. We'll have the VJU Studio display, which is the front-end part, and we have the VJU server, which runs in the background. We'll start by full screening the display. Pressing this button here unlocks to edit mode, and this opens up the design surface. To add new elements onto the design surface, we can just press add element. This opens a catalog with all the different types of elements you can add. For instance, we'll be using the value and unit element, so I'll drag that in. I also would like a visualization or an indicator, let's use that. An on-off green one, I'll just drag that over as well. We can now close the element catalog, and then when you hold over you get these options where you can move around, you can resize, you can press the edit button here, and that opens up all the different possibilities for that element. We can now move back to the VJU launcher. I'll open here. And we can then open the configuration page for the server. Pressing this button, this will open your web browser and will open the server part. On the left side here, we can see all the different objects added. As we are in a new project, there are no objects added. I have, before this tutorial, added a remote I/O board just to show in this part. I can now press the add item button, and this opens this catalog of different types of items we can add. So everything from variables, events, alarms, nodes, adding a standard HID joystick or any other type. You can add devices as here. And if we go into the Ixus, we can find the remote I/O board 1810, which I have connected. I'll press add and close. We can now see that that object is added here under the object tree. At the moment it says disconnected. I have power on and everything, but we have the wrong IP address, so I'll change the IP address to the one connected. And we can now see that it's connected. And I also like to present that on the indicator we presented in the GUI part. So I'll press add here, and this gives that variable a variable into the system. So the state we can now found as is connected under the remote I/O board. I also added, I want to see the actual supply voltage of the board, so I'll add that as a variable. And I have also added a analog input, so we can now see here that this input 1 scaled is now 100%, and when I take it all the way down, it is on 0%. So I'll add that as a variable as well. So now we can see the 3 variables I've input in here. On the supply voltage, I'd like to add a property to it, so I'll add that as an engineering unit. I'll add the V for supply voltage, and the scaled I'd also like a engineering unit, and I'll just call that scaled just for reference. I'll now go back to the display and I'll choose this, which I want for the supply voltage. I'll edit that, connect it to the variable, which I can find in the tree here, supply voltage, and we'll now see when I close the edit, we can see it's 24 volts input. And I'd like to connect the indicator here, so it shows that the state is on. So I'll connect that to the variable is connected on the board. So we should now see, since the board is connected, that the green is light. Yes, which it is. To present the analog input, I'll add a graph. So we'll show a visualization, we'll show a live graph. I'll just pull that one in there, close that. I'll press the edit button. I'd like it to be based on a variable. I'll choose the variable here, and we can then choose the input one scaled. I would like it to be on the y-axis, and I'll call that scaled input or analog input. We see it's 0 to 100 on the min and max, so that should be okay. And we can close, and we can now see that it's on 0. I'll move the analog input, and we can see it taking steps up. Thank you for joining our tutorial. Hope to see you in the next one.